Any views or opinions expressed on KUR are not necessarily those of Kutztown University, Kutztown University Student Government, Kutztown University Student Services Incorporated, KUR staff and management, or other affiliated organizations.
Kutztown Live. Kutztown University campus's campus and community interest radio magazine. You can call Kutztown Live at 610-683-4859. And now, your host for Kutztown Live, Juliana Jablonski.
Good afternoon and welcome to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. I am your host, Juliana Jablonski, here with my co-host, Mike O'Mara.
What's up?
Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. Last week here on the show, we heard from Brian Zellmer from KU Presents. He was here talking about the drummer Tommy Igoe that is coming here to Kutztown this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We also spoke to Jason Broderick from the Berks County Community Foundation. And we also heard a shocking story about meningitis.
Wild.
And if you missed last week's show, be sure to head on over to the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR and click on the podcast link to find interviews from all of our previous shows. And now, on to today's show. We will be speaking to head coach of the wrestling team here at KU, Robert Fisher. After that, we will be speaking to our reoccurring guest, Lori D'Onofrio-Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce. Along with her is Michael Cowker from Reading Berks Conference of Churches. And then after that, we will be hearing from Corinne Smith from the Multicultural Center. Here with us now is head coach of the wrestling team, Coach Robert Fisher. Hello and welcome.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, first off, thank you for having this thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk to you, because I know you got a match. You got a match tonight.
Yeah, we do. We have a real big match against Shippensburg, and we're excited. It's senior night, so come on out.
Yeah. How does someone come out? Free tickets, paid tickets? What you got?
Absolutely. Free tickets. We don't charge to come out, and we usually get a really nice crowd. It'd be nice to send our seniors off with a really big crowd.
And you said it's a final match?
Yeah, this is our final match of the season, and then we get ready for postseason. Next weekend, we compete in our regional championship, and that's our qualifier for the nationals.
Wow, geez, this is a moment.
Yeah, it sure is.
Keystone Arena, is that where these things go?
Absolutely,
matches?
Yep. Keystone Arena, 7:30 sharp.
7:30 sharp, okay. One thing I want to mention, you guys are on a tear right now. I mean, it's a six-match win streak, apologies. What does that mean in terms of how to win? Like, I see a lot of different scores, but what do these scores mean? If you, for instance, I'm looking at this right now. I see 25-16 or something like that. I'm looking at it, and it's I'm not trying to say it's nonsense, but can you explain what these scores mean to someone who might not know much about wrestling?
Sure. There's in college wrestling, there's 10 weight classes, starting at 125 all the way through 285.
Okay.
And 125 pounds, 285 pounds, and then varying in between the 8 other weight classes. And the final score is tabulated by each individual score. So you can get anywhere from 3 points to 6 points, depending on how much you win by. If you pin your opponent, you get 6 points for the team. If you win by just a regular decision, you get 3, and you can get actually 4 and 5 if you win by a certain amount of points. And then it's all tabulated at the end.
Okay, that sounds a lot bowling. That sounds exactly like bowling. I mean, you don't have strikes or something like that, but it's all tabulated. It's all grouped together through a team effort. I really like that. Yeah,
it's a great It's mostly an individual sport, but it's also a team, so it goes both ways.
Is that 3-3 PSAC record gonna hurt you guys or help you guys when it comes to playoffs?
No, we're fine. It's basically individual, and there's a team score tabulated in the regionals, but it's all individual. So we'll bring 10 starters to the regional tournament. There's 17 or 18 teams, I believe.
Wow.
And you've got to place in the top 4, and you qualify for the national tournament. Generally, on my team, we usually get anywhere from 2 to 4 guys, and last year we brought 4 guys to the national tournament, and we had 3 All-Americans, which is really, really good.
Damn. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that press release when it comes out.
Gotcha.
And how many people are on the team now?
We have right around 30 guys.
And are you recruiting for next year or anything, or not yet, or how does that all work?
No, yeah, absolutely. Recruiting process goes on. Basically, it starts with some teams will start recruiting as early as the sophomore year of high school.
Wow.
We generally don't start until the kid's junior year, and then so there's an early signing period. For next year, we signed 2 wrestlers to come in and wrestle for us next year. We signed them in November. So we have 2 committed so far, and we'll like to bring in 5 or 6 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I guess tell us a little bit about you and how did you get interested in wrestling and what brought you here to be a wrestling coach at Kutztown?
Gotcha. Yeah, I started in 1990, believe it or not. I'm getting really old. I started as the assistant coach in 1990 and under legendary coach Dan Hinkle. He's been coaching. Well, he recently passed, unfortunately, at the ripe old age of 87. So he had lived a long life. But he was involved in the wrestling program since 1966. Wow. So he got me involved, and after he retired, there was another coach briefly. I coached with him as well as his assistant, and then I took over in 1990 and in 2000, and I've been here since.
All right. And what has been some of your favorite parts about being the coach here? And I know you also coach golf, but what has been some of your favorite parts about being a wrestling coach here in Kutztown?
I love
special
my
memories?
I gotcha. I love my life as a mentor and a coach and an educator. Been doing it a long time, and it's my passion. I just love it. I love developing men and helping them succeed on the mat and on the golf course and in life. And you mentioned I coach golf. It's an interesting combination. It's women's golf, so it is. It's about as far off the spectrum as you could possibly imagine. You can't get any further away than men's wrestling and women's golf.
I want to bring it back to senior night tonight. How many seniors you got going away?
We have 3 seniors leaving tonight. 2 of them were All-Americans for me last year, and hopefully they're going to repeat this year. Austin Petrill, he's my 125-pound wrestler. He's a senior, and last year he finished 4th in the country. He had a phenomenal year. This year he's battled a little bit of injury, but we're confident that he's going to really, really rise to the occasion and challenge for a title. And then I have another senior, 285-pound Ryan Appleby. He was 7th in the country last year, again, All-American, and he's off to a great start. Well, he's had a great season this year, his senior year, and he's ranked nationally right now, I believe 5th, and hopefully we'll come away with a couple more All-Americans.
We talked a little bit about the recruitment process. You got juniors, you got sophomores, you got freshmen. How does the leadership look coming in next season?
That's always interesting. When you lose 2 guys, Ryan Appleby was here for 5 years. He redshirted 1 year, so he's been with my team for 5 years, and Austin's been here now. This is his 4th year. It's very interesting every year when you lose leadership and you lose seniors, but I think we have a good group of kids that are going to more than make up for the leadership role next year. Hoping anyway. Who
stands out? What's a name off the top of your head that just really just impacts you night in, night out?
Well, we have Jeff Riemel does a real good job at leadership. He was an All-American. No, he was a national qualifier for last year. He's our 184-pounder. He'll be back 1 more year. 2 other guys, Chad Hagley and Jimmy Meyer, are just real good kids. Great student athletes, represent the university just so well. I'm so proud of them, and they'll be seniors next year and be great leaders for us.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I see here the NCAA Super Region 1, I think it says 1 championships over in Johnstown. Where is Johnstown located?
Johnstown's about an hour east of Pittsburgh, so it's about a 4-hour ride. Okay. And they have a phenomenal program in the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. Really good team. And then there'll be a lot of our conference schools, and then some schools from out of state, West Liberty University, Notre Dame out of Ohio. So quite a few. There's this team from Massachusetts. The East region is pretty vast.
So you got that coming up on February 23rd. You got the match tonight. Are both of them live streamed online?
I'm not sure. I don't know about the regionals. I have to apologize. I don't know about that. But absolutely, tonight's match is live, and you can watch that.
Okay, yeah.
And how can we watch that?
I'm pretty sure it's on the YouTube page.
The athletics YouTube page, and I believe you can get a link right on KU Bears and get it from our wrestling site. So KUBears.com and go to wrestling tab, and they'll have a link for you.
And talking about websites and things, do you have any other Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any types of social media?
Yeah,
for
we
the
do
wrestling
all of those. As I said earlier, I'm getting old, and I'm not really totally abreast of the whole social media thing. But I have young people, young assistant coaches, and yeah, they're on top of that. I wish I can give you more information, but I sort of just let that up to the young folks. So, but we do have accounts on all of those social media sites.
I mean, you can check out we've added you guys. We have this own little organization list for athletics, and you go on the KUR Twitter at KURadio, and you scroll down to the KU Athletics. The wrestling account's on there. You go on Facebook. It's just Kutztown Kutztown University Wrestling.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I've been following it for a while now. You guys doing good stuff on
I'm
there.
getting educated on social media of my team right now.
What's the, I don't want to say biggest threat, but what's a concern going in tonight? Is there anything that just jumps out at you?
Yeah, we have a couple of backups in. We're trying to rest a few guys just due to injury. My 125-pound senior, unfortunately, is not going to be able to compete in senior night because he has a nagging knee injury, but it's really important that we rest him and get him ready for the postseason. And then I have a couple other backups in due to some starting injuries. So we're a little thin, but what's been great about my program over the years, and this year's no different, we're kind of like the Eagles. You know what? You get an injury and next guy up, and we just sub them in, and they're ready to rock.
That's a strong comparison. You just likened yourself to a Super Bowl championship.
There you go.
I like the confidence, and I really enjoy the charisma. I mean, it's really you're not the first coach to come through here, but to see the passion exude over the microphone. I mean, that inspires me to lead this organization. That inspires me going forward. So,
awesome, thank you.
Absolutely, Coach Fisher, Coach Robert Fisher. It's been absolutely phenomenal to have you here in the studio today.
Thanks so much. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, 7:30 tonight, Keystone Arena, sharp.
Yes, absolutely. Come out and support the team, and we'd really appreciate it.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for stopping here by the KUR studios this afternoon. We hope to have you back, and maybe we'll hear about some women's golf the next time.
That would be great. In fact, we won our first conference championship this year, so we have an awesome team.
All right.
Oh, I'm clapping. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks
and
again.
We'll be right back with more of Kutztown Live.
I'm going to be a star on Saturday Night Live.
I'm going to be a pediatric nurse.
I'm going to write the next great American novel.
I'm going to pursue my love of art and study at WashU in St. Louis.
But then, meningitis B struck. Our dreams never did come true.
We all had the meningitis vaccine that was available at the time.
And that helped protect us against 4 of the most common groups of meningitis here in the U.S., A, C, W, and Y.
But at that time, there was no vaccine in the U.S. for meningitis B, so we didn't have the chance to be protected against it.
But there's good news.
Today, there is a vaccine available to help protect against meningitis B.
Ask your doctor about it.
Because 16 to 23-year-olds have an increased risk because of how we socialize.
For example, at crowded concerts or at parties.
Where we can share a drink.
Or a kiss.
Basically, we share saliva.
Know that when meningitis strikes, it can happen fast.
Meningitis can lead to death, sometimes within 24 hours of being perfectly healthy.
I can't imagine thinking it's okay to knowingly help protect myself against only 4 of the 5 vaccine-preventable groups of meningitis.
That is not okay. Help make your dreams come true. Get vaccinated with both vaccines. The one for ACW and Y, plus a separate shot for Men B.
Do it because you can.
Since 1994, The Bagel Bar, located at 214 West Main Street in the borough of Kutztown, is a local internet cafe featuring strong varieties of New York bagels, cream cheeses, sandwiches, fresh brewed coffee, and smoothies. Whether you work, study, or live in the area, The Bagel Bar has your favorite breakfast and lunch. To place an order, call 610-683-5440. That's 610-683-5440. Mention you heard this on Kutztown University Radio.
Hello, this is Michael Douglas. Pneumonia can be dangerous, especially for older people and for those who have diseases like asthma, emphysema, or chronic bronchitis. Fortunately, there's a vaccine that can immunize people against one of the most common forms of pneumonia. If you're over 60 or have a chronic lung disease, ask your doctor whether a pneumonia vaccine would be right for you. It could protect you from a serious illness or even save your life.
A message from the Will Rogers Institute. Visit us at wrinstitute.org.
Welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. We just heard from Coach Robert Fisher. He is the wrestling coach here at KU. They have got a big game coming up tonight against Shippensburg. And here with me now is Lori D'Onofrio-Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce. And along with her is Michael Cowker from Reading Berks Conference of Churches. Hello and welcome to Kutztown Live.
Hello, Juliana. Thanks for having us back this week.
Hi, Juliana. Great to be here.
It is a pleasure to have both of you here.
I'll get started by giving some upcoming events and activities for our chamber. We're very busy this spring, or winter and into the spring.
All right.
Coming up in March, we'll have one of our monthly breakfast meetings, which will be held at Macellum Springs Golf Course. And that will be sponsored by Fraser Advanced Information Systems. And we will be featuring an education forum. So we look forward to that. Also coming up in March, right here on the campus, we are for a second consecutive year collaborating with the College of Business, and I will be moderating a women's panel on March 28th during Entrepreneurship Week, and I will be joined by 5 of our chamber women entrepreneurs. That's very exciting. And also on that same day, March 28th in the evening, we will be hosting a family business workshop, again in concert with the College of Business. A few other upcoming activities beginning in March include a new member meetup that will be held on March 27th at Arc Point Labs in West Lawn, and all new members will be invited to attend that event. We also have a nuts and bolts workshop, and the first session will also be starting at the end of March. All of our events, programs, and activities can be found online at our website at northeastberkschamber.com. Last but not least, we're excited to host our first chamber dinner, again, here on the campus of Kutztown University at the McFarland Student Union. That will be on Thursday evening, March 17th, 2018. We thank our title sponsor, East Penn Manufacturing, and we're very pleased to announce that our featured keynote speaker will be Andrea Funk from Cambridge Lee Industries. Again, all of this information, registration, sponsorship, etc., can be found at our website at northeastberkschamber.com. You can contact the office anytime at 610-683-8860. So that wraps up our review of upcoming events. Next, I'd like to introduce Michael Cowker. As you said, Juliana, he's the executive director of the Reading Berks Conference of Churches. And the Reading Berks Conference of Churches joined our Northeast Berks Chamber just a few months ago in September of 2017. Welcome, Michael.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Michael and I first met a few months before that at a networking group at the PAC networking meeting.
That's
in
correct.
fact, that was our first meeting. And so I've gotten to know a little bit about the organization and what Michael does. And in fact, I was reading your website today, and I learned that this is your second term as executive director. So why don't you tell us about what you do and how you got involved?
Wow. Okay. I'll try to keep that short. You know, it being in work in the faith community, you know, you hear the word calling a lot versus, you know, vocation or whatever. But I can honestly say I feel like this is a calling from God to be in this spot, and especially to be in this position twice. So the first time I was invited to be on the board as a business person, had my own business doing graphic design and print marketing, and got introduced to the organization through being on the board, and really liked what they were doing, and really liked the model of what was going on. And then an opportunity came to be on the staff. So that was the first time, and then I went back into sales for a couple of years, a period of time, and the second time going was literally, you know, I say this with some discernment, but God calling me literally back to this spot, and feeling like, you know, hearing from God on a Sunday, and my wife heard the same thing the same day, to say, let's investigate going back into this position.
Well, that's wonderful. It seems like a very natural fit for you. Who else is on the staff at the organization?
Our staff, well, we have a couple pieces of our staff. In our administrative team is Jill Robertson, who's our administrative assistant, and she's great. My wife Pamela is a volunteer, but we pretty much consider her being on staff. She puts in a good number of hours per week helping us out. And then we are blessed to have a whole chaplaincy staff. We have a contract with the county of Berks to provide chaplaincy services at Berks County Jail and Berks Heim. So we have 7 paid employees among those facilities.
So tell me, is it a membership association? How do you interact with the churches of Berks County?
When it was first founded, it was a membership organization, and that, as a nonprofit organization, that's the way you run your business is very interesting in that regard. So there's always this going back to the membership, and the membership isn't necessarily involved in the day-to-day operations. So a number of years ago, there was a move to have it be a board-driven organization. So we do try to have a very diverse board that represents the church community, governing the organization. And so there's no membership, but we feel it's then our responsibility to go out and build relationships with pastors and church congregations. And ultimately our goal is to be a resource for them, and also to look at those opportunities we have in the community to come together to do something that's beneficial to the community that we couldn't do on our own, like one church congregation couldn't do. So chaplaincy is a good example of that. Even though we have paid employees, we have at the jail alone, like over 200 volunteers in a year that go in and out of that jail, and they're represented by dozens and dozens of church congregations.
Speaking of offering resources, I know we were just chatting a few minutes ago about the Christian Resource Expo that you organized. I believe that was held last week. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep, that was last Tuesday.
And that's an annual event?
It is now. This was our second annual. We launched it last year. It was a much smaller event last year, and it really came around. Jill Robertson, our administrative assistant, was previously a church administrator, and with the closing of local Christian bookstores especially, and which are big resources for church congregations, she thought, well, hey, this would be great to bring some resources together in a room that churches could access and talk with. So that was the catalyst for getting it started. And so we went from about 23 or 24 exhibitors last year to about 55 this year.
I wanted to add, too, that since you're a member of the Chamber, I am receiving your e-newsletter.
Yes.
And that goes out, is that weekly or bi-weekly, Michael?
That goes out every week, every Thursday. Yeah.
That's an amazing resource in and of itself.
That's a great resource that, anybody that's interested in kind of what's going on in the church community, I mean, we definitely highlight what we're doing, but one of the goals of that weekly newsletter is to highlight what the churches are doing in the community all around Berks County. So it could be, events that they're having where the community can participate, or it could be service opportunities where anybody in the community could get engaged and be a benefit to the community.
How can a person subscribe to your e-newsletter?
You can easily do that through our website. I think pretty much every page on our website at the bottom has a link to the newsletter. ReadingBerksChurches.org is our website, and it's easy to find a spot on there to connect with the e-newsletter.
Now, do you have any specific needs right now? Are you looking for people or resources for the organization?
We're always looking for resources, the nonprofit world, any world really. I mean, businesses need business. They need money to operate. We need money to operate as well. Right now, we're asking people to consider, being what we call a Unity Partner, which is a $30 a month investment in our organization or partnership. We have businesses that are coming on to help us out at a couple $1,000s a year with over 5 years, for 5 years. So there's that. We are looking at opportunities to invite some people to volunteer with our organization, just to reach out. as you can imagine, there's about 450 Christian church congregations in Berks County. It's very difficult for just a couple of us on the administrative team to keep in touch with them regularly. So, if someone was interested in just helping us bridge connections with them and keep in contact and keep information up to date, we're always happy to have a volunteer, swing by the office and hang out with us and make some phone calls. And
well, we can assist you with that in Northeast Berks as well.
That'd be awesome.
Happy
Well,
to
we
do that.
need to talk about that.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like us to know about Reading Berks Conference of Churches today?
I'll just say this, that, the church community, there's a lot of feelings about church and faith in general out there. I can say for us, we focus, and our focus is the Christian church, although we do have, relationships with other faith communities as well in Berks County. And there's some amazing faith communities out there outside of the Christian community. But, our focus is to exemplify the person of Jesus, who was a bridge builder, who was a lover of people, who was a respecter of each individual person, and that's the kind of environment that we're trying to foster. And then to foster unity among the very diverse Christian faith community is also a big emphasis of what we do. And there's great value in that. And it's so easy for an individual congregation to look at just the single things they're doing. And there's some great things going on, and I will always support those things. And along with that, there's also an opportunity and great opportunities to do things together. So that's where we're going to be a catalyst and a reminder.
I think that's an important part of your mission, for sure.
And I know you mentioned you just had the expo on February 6th just recently. Is there anything else that's coming up that we should be looking out for or anything?
Yeah, I would love to let people know about we have an annual prayer breakfast that's coming up on June 7th, so it's a couple months away. But generally, that's an event where 400 to 600 people are gathered. Again, it represents the diversity of the faith community. This year, our speaker is Gary Wilkerson, who is president of World Poverty Solutions. The Wilkerson family is a pretty big name in the faith community. David Wilkerson, his dad, founded Teen Challenge and Times Square Church, and they've been very active around the world. So we're excited to have Gary join us this year. And again, that's a great event to see and experience the diversity of the church coming together, and I mean seriously experience God's presence.
And where will that be?
This year we're going to be at the DoubleTree in Reading.
All right. And can we find more information about that on the website, or is there like a Facebook page or anything that we can...
Very soon on our website we'll have that posted. That page is being constructed.
All right.
Right now.
But we'll know on the podcast tomorrow.
There you go.
Yep. All right. Is there any just final thoughts or things you'd like to say in general about the Reading Berks Conference of Churches, or what you do and who you are, or just anything to the people listening this afternoon?
I'll just say I'm really, really thankful to have this opportunity to share. We do a lot of connection behind the scenes too. So if someone's listening to this and they're saying, I have a really passion to help out in this way or do this, or please give us a call, because we're often connecting people that have like-minded passions, and we have a pretty good grasp on the other nonprofit organizations in the community. We often direct people to those where they can live out a passion they have to help in some way in the community. So we're always glad to serve in that way.
All right. Thank you, Juliana.
Yes, thank you both so much for coming on to Kutztown Live this afternoon. It was wonderful to hear from you and all the updates that you have going on in the chamber. And it was wonderful to hear from you and learn a little bit about the Reading Berks Conference of Churches this afternoon.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be back with more of Kutztown Live.
Colleen's Craft and Flowers is your premier full-service florist and gift shop. Located at 16 North White Oak Street in the heart of Kutztown, Colleen's features an extensive line of unique gifts in addition to a wide selection of fresh flowers. KU students are encouraged to use bear bucks for birthdays, anniversaries, or just because. And yes, Colleen's delivers. For more information, call Colleen's at 610-683-9330. That's 610-683-9330, or visit kutztownflorist.com.
Hey KU, it's Allie and Brooke here again from the Career Development Center. Mock Interview Mania is around the corner, and now is your chance to practice your interview skills with a volunteer interviewer. You might look great on paper, but how you interview is the true test. Good interviewing is a skill. Sign up on KUCN now for a spot. Dates are February 26th through the 27th and March 1st through the 2nd. But be quick, this popular event fills up quickly.
My name is Michael O'Mara, and you're listening to a special segment on Kutztown Live where we interview student leaders and we talk about the stuff that they do, and then we talk to them and we ask them questions. For all things Kutztown Live, and we're going to plug right now, for all things Kutztown Live, be sure to check out the Facebook page at Kutztown Live and use the hashtag KURadio on like everywhere, because social KUR is on everything. So Twitter, Facebook, you name it, we're on there, hashtag KURadio. We're here right now with Corinne Smith. She is the president of the Black Student Union, and she's also a student worker at the Multicultural Center here at Kutztown University. Corinne, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
I thought you had a cold.
Well, I don't need everybody to know that.
I just want to be realistic here.
To be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Are you good enough to do this interview? You good?
I'm good enough to do the interview.
Yeah.
Would prefer taking a nap though.
Yeah.
Not gonna hold
Okay.
you.
Well, we'll get you out of here fast. So you can go take a nap. All right.
Okay.
The SGB office is open. That couch in there, it's yours for the taking. Okay.
Sounds good.
You turn the lights off. Turn them real low. Grab some water.
Yeah.
And just call it a night. Yeah. Now, like I said, you're president of BSU, student work at the MCC. MCC does a lot on this campus, and it's Black History Month, so there's guaranteed events that people can go to here on this campus. What's the top event on your mind that you can talk about today?
Well, on Thursday, Rudy Francisco is going to be coming. He's a spoken word artist. His videos have been on Facebook, YouTube. There are a lot of odes and love poems, so that was really exciting to hear about. I actually get to have dinner with him beforehand, so I'm really excited to meet him.
Where are you having dinner with him?
I don't know, but Stacy Green, it's a collab with the Multicultural Center and Housing, and I'm interning in Res Life right now, so Stacy,
I'm
doing a lot. So Stacy Green was like, "Do you want to meet him?" I was like, "Yes, obviously I want to meet him." So, I'll let you know.
Yeah, well, where's he performing?
So he'll be at the South Dining Hall, upstairs where the Bears at Night programs are usually held.
Okay.
So those dining room areas.
Is it the overflow area, the South Dining Hall, room 1?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. KUR was just doing an event there. We had a painting with a twist. We just did that one.
Oh, thanks for the invite.
The twist was guac. It was.
Was it good guac or was it?
I came too late. There wasn't any guac left. Yeah. Jalil said it was good. In the South Dining Hall.
It's like a cafe kind of scene. You know, snaps instead of claps. That kind of whole thing.
Cost money?
Nope, it'll be free.
You gotta sign up?
Nope, open to all students.
Oh, hell yeah.
Highly recommend going. BSU will be going there instead of having an actual meeting there.
Is there gonna be food?
I think it'll be like light snacks probably.
All right. Light snacks. Well, and
I'm assuming.
You said he's going there. Said it's free. Said it's food. At what time?
At 7.
7 p.m.
Yes.
South Dining Hall.
Yes.
All right. I like this.
Okay.
I might go.
You should.
I don't know what I'm doing Thursday night. It might just be a significant amount of work that I just procrastinate over. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it sounds interesting. It sounds like something I could go to.
Okay.
What's something else that someone could go to on this campus?
So there's going to be, every week the MCC has different events. So there's real programs on Thursdays at 5. There's going to be Around the World with Foods. This semester we're doing bread and sandwiches, so I'm really excited for that.
What do you mean, bread?
So we do travel around the world with food, and we pick a specific type of food, and then we show it from different countries. So last semester was noodles, and they did different recipes from different countries. This semester it's bread. There? No, they bring it and they have it catered, and then we learn about different cultures through food and stuff.
So this time it's bread.
It's bread.
I love bread. I'm a bread person.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited about it. Any chance to eat, really. What was the?
When is that?
That's okay. So bread is going to be Tuesday. Bread is going to be Tuesday, March 6th, 5 to 7, and the Unity Room, which is when you walk straight through the Multicultural Center doors, you go straight ahead, and it'll be right there.
And if you don't know, see, like, I know where the Multicultural Center is because I've been here for a while.
Yeah, okay.
Freshmen, what if a freshman's listening to this? Where is the Multicultural Center on this campus?
I would say like by Roth, but that's closed right now. So next to Schuylkill.
Roth or Mill Hall still.
But if you're a
still
freshman,
exists.
it's just like that place that's being constructed.
There it is.
Okay, the place being constructed right next to it.
Right next to it.
So across the street from Roth or next to Schuylkill. If you're on the other side, so I live in Dietrich, so across the DMZ over to the right.
So that building that doesn't look like any other
that's not a
buildings.
residence hall. The only one on South Side that's not South. So.
Did you know that used to be the MSU in like the 80s?
Really?
Yeah.
I heard it used to be an international house.
They used to have SGB meetings there and stuff. And I was combing through the Keystone and I kept coming across that. It was like the multicultural center. It kept calling it the Student Union Building. So back then it was a Student Union Building. That's why it looks so different. It looks so nice. But you walk in, I mean, if you haven't gone to the MSU, good Lord. If you haven't gone to the Multicultural Center before, I went probably 2 years ago, but I went for the first time on behalf of KUR, and you walk in, and I know them now. I believe Anna and Courtney, they're two student workers there now, and I could be saying one of their names wrong, and I apologize if I am.
Yeah, Courtney's not a student worker.
I apologize.
But she's there frequently.
Definitely Anna. Anna came to KUR, and she was there, and I didn't ask for help, but they were off their seats asking me if I needed help. And you walk into many buildings on this campus, and you are not necessarily met with contempt, but they're busy. They got a lot going on in their day, and the last thing they kind of want to do is stop everything to help you. And that's exactly what happened when I walked in the Multicultural Center. I walked in, and I asked, "Where's Miss Rhonda?" And if you don't know who Miss Rhonda is, I mean, come on. And she's like, "Go upstairs, and then it's to your left." And I said, "Okay." And then Miss Rhonda, she's like, "I'm a little sick today, but here's some cookies. Let's sit down. Like, you come on, sit down. Come on in. Hey, other people, come on in. Meet Mike. Come on in. He's here. He's going to talk about KUR. We're going to get on KUR." And it was like 4:30 on a Friday or something. I don't know. It was really late in the day. Clearly, she wasn't feeling too hot. She wanted to go home probably, but she was inviting. She was warm, and the whole building just felt nice.
Yeah.
So that was something that really just struck a chord with me when I walked into that institution. So if you're listening and you haven't walked in the MCC, I feel like, and I've only been in there once or twice, but Corinne here has probably been there dozens, hundreds of times. So, and what is what I'm saying accurate?
Oh, for sure. It was definitely one of the places when I first came on campus that I felt most comfortable, most valued, and like just safe. And it's definitely one of the main reasons that I'm still at Kutztown is the Multicultural Center and Miss Rhonda.
So you can just go there and hang out.
Yeah, any time of the day. You can take naps. There's blankets. Like there is.
You really want to take
always
a nap.
food. Yes, I told you I wasn't feeling well. But there's usually always food on the table. There's couches and comfy chairs. There's computers and printers. There's just, you can study, you can hang out. We always play Uno. There's just there's always something to do. And there's usually always somebody there that will like talk to you just because if you decide to talk to them, they'll start talking to you too. So it's a really welcoming place. Highly recommend it.
I kind of feel the same way about KUR, but we're not here promoting the KUR. We're here promoting the MCC.
No, okay. Well, then I'll start hanging out here, and you start hanging out at the MCC.
I also mentioned you were the BSU president.
Yes.
Yeah. How long you been that?
Since this year.
Yeah. So you got elected last year, now you're doing it now? Me too. Presidents.
Woo!
Yeah. What's BSU do? If someone wants to join the BSU, this is a question that I got a lot. Do you have to be black to be in the BSU?
No.
Okay.
No.
There you go. See, I saw the eyes roll, but I guarantee that's going to be one or two people that will be asking, do I have to be black?
People feel that way about walking into the Multicultural Center. They feel that way about joining the orgs. We're very big on letting anyone come because you might not be able to you might not share necessarily those experiences with some of the students in the union, but you'll be able to learn about them, and you'll
kind of the point.
Also hear about things that you might not realize were similar. So just like similarities between different cultures and backgrounds and things of that nature. And it's a good hangout. I like it. I mean, obviously, but but yeah, you don't have to be black to be in the student union. We have a lot of people we have white students in the union, Latina students. So
How many people you got part of the organization?
So we're starting this year doing official member tallies, but we usually just go by how many people show up to like any given meeting, because it's not as structured as some of the other organizations on campus are. We're more discussion based and we host events and stuff, but a lot of things are run by the e-board. So, but meetings can have a range from like 20 to 40 people depending on the given day.
And what are the meetings? What are they about?
We'll have different topics, and then the e-board will provide a list of questions, and then we'll ask the question and open it for discussion, and we just kind of bounce all like across the room, and people share their experiences, their opinions and thoughts and stuff like that. And you can so our first one for Black History Month was, what does being Black mean to me? And we had a bunch of different questions that people got to talk about their experiences and like when they realized we were Black, or how their experience of being Black on campus is, and things of that nature. So it's a really good time.
Do you see those discussions? You know, we on K. You can go on K United and you can see what the BSU does in that short little mission statement blurb. If you want to check them out more, but the mission statement, I believe we talked about it a little bit. It talks about perpetuating a strong, positive culture on campus through multicultural activities, events, and discussion.
Yes.
Do you see those discussions having a positive impact on your members' lives in the day-to-day?
I think so. One of the big things is making sure that our members feel heard. And, you know, sometimes you go throughout life and you're on campus and you might be the only person who looks like you in your classroom, or the only person that looks like you in your residence hall, and then you get to go to a place where you can discuss shared experiences and you don't have to explain why you feel this way or why this is happening to you, because you're surrounded by other people who know exactly how you're feeling. So there's always that sense of homeness and understanding. Homeness isn't a word, but the sense of home and understanding. And I think students really benefit from that.
Intern state of mind.
Yeah, I'm also a CA, so like it's just
oh my
like,
goodness, how do you do this?
How
many classes are you taking right now?
6. Well, like I have an internship and then 5 other classes.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you're doing that one. Congrats.
I don't know how I'm doing it either.
It's now a Corinne promotional interview.
Yes, thank you.
Seriously, congrats. I mean, I do a lot. You do a lot. We're all trying to do a lot.
Yeah.
So I applaud you, seriously, to be able to. It's a lot of work that goes into setting up meetings, engaging people in discussion, motivating people to come to meetings. And you're not getting paid for that. It's not a paid position.
No.
That's entirely out of your own time, your own effort. It's fun. It's fun. So I'm glad there's a lot of positivity coming out of it. And BSU meets what time, what day, and where?
BSU meets Thursdays at 7 in the Unity Room in the Multicultural Center.
7 a.m.
7 p.m.
Okay, about to say.
Yeah,
I don't think 7 a.m. would work for like anybody.
No, okay. 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yes.
Multicultural Center Unity Room. It's that one you walk straight back. It looks like a nice wooden floors, right?
It's tiled.
It's tiled. My bad.
I don't even know I don't know what kind of tile, but
it's the nice room.
Yes.
You walk in and there's a nice room and you go, oh, that's where they meet.
Yes, basically.
How we already talked about. It's pretty open regarding BSU, but MSU you can walk in. MSU. Damn, I'm doing it again. MCC you can walk in, have a good time. You are a student worker at the MCC.
I am.
Okay. How does someone be a student worker at the MCC?
So you usually have to wait until positions are available. Miss Rhonda, depending on how she's feeling, with what the center needs, will gauge how many student workers she wants to have in a given time, and you wait until someone graduates, really, because we don't have to reapply every year. But there will be 3 openings, 2 at the end of this academic year, and then 1 in the December of 2018.
And that's when you leave.
Yes.
So we're kind of finding a replacement already.
Yeah, so
February.
I highly recommend working there. It's a great place to work. You can get really good hours. It's actually really good pay. It's one of the higher paying jobs on campus, I believe, and it's great. And it's not strenuous work, really. You just get to
learn.
Yeah, basically I was hanging out there so much anyway, and now I'm getting paid to do it. So
I trying to put it into words here. A lot of companies right now looking for the soft skills. I mean, it's always nice to have tangible skills. Like, we're looking at this audio, looking at Audacity here. Yeah, you can clip audio. Oh, it's Audacity. Woo. You can clip audio. You can edit stuff. You can produce stuff. Very nice. But the soft skills, the way to communicate, the way to handle confrontation, the way to deal with some of the lesser things, but to deal with things that make people uncomfortable. That's a soft skill that a lot of the generation that isn't us, they look at the millennials and they go, you don't have those skills. I'm like, maybe you don't either, dude. But those soft skills are in high demand. So what you're telling me, it sounds like those are kind of the soft skills that you learn as an employee, not even just an employee, as a person that goes to the MCC. So that's something, not only do you get good pay,
yes,
but you also learn practical soft skills to enter the workforce.
Look at that.
It's almost as if what you're doing here at college has a positive impact on what you do outside of college.
Wow.
Are you and surprisingly, contrary to popular belief, students at college are not getting brainwashed. They are learning, and they are opening their minds, and they're considering different perspectives. And that's a culture, that's a mindset that I think that is positively perpetuated at the Multicultural Center here at Kutztown freaking University.
Look at how you wrap that up.
Yeah, I did the hand motions and everything.
Yeah.
I got a bow, put it on there. Yeah. All right, so Corinne, we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say to the people listening right now, other than all those blurbs? One last time, anything at all? 3, 2, 1. You did it. All right, Corinne, it's been phenomenal having you here in KUR. Seriously, you're welcome here. You members, whatever, welcome here anytime. If you want to record something, this place is open. Just give us a heads up, okay?
Okay.
All right. We just spoke to Corinne Smith. She's the president of Black Student Union, and she's a student worker at the Multicultural Center on top of 26 million other things that she does. If you, we've been talking, if you want to get involved with the BSU, Thursdays at 7 p.m. in the Unity Room at the MCC. And if you want to get involved with the MCC, just walk the heck in. They're there, they're inviting, they're warm, and they're there for you. For all things Kutztown Live, be sure to check us out using the hashtag KURadio. Check out our Facebook page at Kutztown Live. And you're going to hear this, hopefully you're hearing this on demand on the YouTube page. And for all other Kutztown Lives, we're also on this YouTube page. So thank you for listening.
Kutztown University Veterans Center, located in McFarland Student Union, room 262, exists to help our military-affiliated population to succeed in their educational and career goals. The Veterans Services Center is a vital hub where students can study, relax, have access to computers and printers, meet other veterans, and receive assistance with their GI Bill and other benefits. Want to learn more? Email the center at veterans@kutztown.edu or call them at 610-683-4228.
Did you know that 80% of KU students don't binge drink?
Hanging posters again? Do you think that poster is really true?
Yes, it is true. I am a KU health ambassador and familiar with the audit. KU students participate in alcohol screening each year. We use the alcohol use disorder identification test. It is a simple way to screen and identify people who are at risk of developing alcohol problems. We have learned that the majority of students are taking care of business and focusing on academics.
You know, most of my friends don't drink, so I guess what this poster is saying is true.
Would you like to get a group of friends together for a bite to eat?
Sounds great. Text me later.
Kutztown Living, neighbor to neighbor.
Funded by the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board.
Interested in promoting on KU Radio? Contact KU Radio at KUR@kutztown.edu or call our station at 610-683-4059. That's 610-683-4059. We provide broadcast, digital, and campus promotion free for KU organizations. Local business promotion is also welcome.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Kutztown Live, Kutztown University's campus and community talk show. You just heard from Corinne Smith, and before that we spoke to Lori D'Onofrio Galli from the Northeast Berks Chamber of Commerce, and along with her was her guest Michael Cowker from a Reading Berks Conference of Churches. And then we kicked off today's show with the head coach of the wrestling team here at KU, Robert Fisher. Thank you to all those guests this afternoon, and they've got a big wrestling match tonight in Keystone. What's that time? 7:30?
7:30.
7:30
Yup.
against Shippensburg, so that should be good.
Go KU.
It is February here. It is Valentine's Day week. It is Mardi Gras.
Valentine's Day week?
It's the week of Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
right.
Today is Mardi Gras.
Fat Tuesday.
It is. Did you eat a Fosnut?
Yeah,
donut?
yeah.
You did?
Our programming director brought one in. You should have been at the meeting. He brought in like 4 boxes of donuts, and he said, "Here you go, eat." And then we ate, and it was delicious.
I was at a travel abroad meeting.
How dare you try to plan ahead?
So I'm hoping to maybe travel
Where are you
somewhere
going?
one day. I don't know yet. But I was talking to this woman about Australia. There's like the class you take is titled Storytelling in Australia, but it's like so much more than that. You learn like photography of marine life. You get to see animals. You get to right when you get there, it says you enjoy a encounter with a koala. You have days to explore.
And you do that through KU? You can do that?
Yeah, you can do this through KU, and you get to swim with dolphins. You get to go through coral bays and snorkel with the white coral sands of the Ningaloo Reef. I have it up on my website. I was reading all about it.
You're selling it for them.
And you have like free days, and you go to like there's an actual college there that
Sure.
you go to, your classes are, and you have like free days, and it's on and off, and it's like 3 weeks long, and so that was really cool.
Oh.
And
It's like the summer. It's a summer thing.
it's just for the summer, yeah. And because I was this past winter, Kutztown went to London,
yeah.
and I was sad that I missed that. But you can go to London with this other program that KU like verifies, and you can get your credit and everything as long as you like apply and go through. So
Do it by the book.
there's a lot. I got a bunch of books and pamphlets and things. I got free pens and chapsticks and card holders and luggage tags.
And that's all before you go to where? Where are you trying to go again?
maybe Australia. I don't know. We'll see.
Australia's kind of dangerous.
Australia?
Yeah, there's poison and stuff there. There's a bunch of weather. There's a bunch
Life's
of animals.
dangerous.
Life's dangerous. Study abroad. KU. I like that. I like that mentality a lot.
I don't know.
What do you mean I don't know? That seems like an awesome
it'd be
time.
over my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
But
Celebrate your 21st birthday in Australia. That's pretty. And because of Kutztown University, you get the options and the opportunity to go other places.
so that'd be cool. I'd love to study abroad. I think 'cause my sister went to Spain
Yeah.
before, and my other sister was in Canada. They were both studying French and Spanish. And
I had a friend that went to Greece. He went to Greece for like.
my best friend, he just went to Greece.
He did a 3-week
this
thing
winter.
too, and he did a class, and he was on a cruise boat, and then
wow.
he hiked like crazy, and just the photos are phenomenal. The opportunity is magnificent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I want to study abroad now. Can you front me? Can you front me? 'Cause I just want to go. I don't have the money, but I do have the opportunity, and I do have the eagerness, and I
I
want.
know. I'm running out of time.
Yeah, tag along. I can tag along with you. How about that? Let's go to Australia.
All right. Sounds good.
We can bring Rose.
All right. Yes, Rose. She's 1 now.
Happy birthday, Rose.
Yes, my hamster. Also, what's going on here? Back in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, not in Australia or Greece or Germany or Rome or Italy or London, wherever. Back here in little old Kutztown, we've got a Mardi Gras event going on tonight in South at 5, which I'm going to because there is free shirts, and if it's free, it's for me.
It's if it's free, it's for me. It's a great pull quote. It's a free event too.
I mean, you have to have like a meal swipe
Sure.
to get in.
Sure.
So with your meal swipe, you get into South. There's a photo booth, DJ, and free shirts and things.
Wait a minute, we're not DJing that. I'm yelling at Patricia. If you're listening right now, I'm giving you a talking to.
I saw DJ on a flyer, so maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Don't quote my.
No, you're good.
me on that.
Don't worry about it. Is Ace doing that one? Is that an Ace event? Association of Campus Events. Shout out. You're doing good things. You're doing lots of things. What else they got coming up?
They've also got a Valentine's swing dance coming up this Friday.
Yeah, what time?
At 6 p.m. in the MSU room 218.
There's a lot of those happening. And I don't know if it's swing dance, but there's just dances.
Have you ever done swing dancing?
Yeah, I did one for a Halloween event like 2 years ago.
How did that go?
Weird.
I did at home. My one friend, Julia, she always asks me to go, and I was able to go one time, and they do like a lesson before and then dance after. And
Yep.
I
gave up. I gave up trying.
Not much, and like you dance with like everyone in the room. And
I
you
was like, I just want
run
to dance with like 2
across,
people, and like.
and it was weird because like there was age groups of people from every age and you
Yes.
dance with everyone and you're just like, this
Yes.
is a little weird, but okay.
I did 2 years in my gym class, high school. We had to do junior and senior year.
In high school?
They made us do swing dance. Swing your
God.
partner around and round. It was just the same song over and over. I had dreams. I don't want to call them nightmares because you know what? I had some pretty fun times in my dreams, but gym class was grueling. The event was pretty fun though. I'm not trying.
It's a fun
We're
time.
underselling the
Okay,
event.
No, go swing dancing. Try it out.
Yeah, go
If
with
you-
your significant other. Go with your friends.
If you're horrible, then it's even funner because
Funner is a
you
word.
can make fun of each other later.
Yes.
It's just a fun thing to do. So this
Just have a good
Friday
time.
at 6 p.m. in the MSU room 218, go
The
on
big
down
one.
and
That big
swing your
room.
partner around and round.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, the MSU shows movies. Did you know that?
I knew that. I went to Thor Ragnarok last week, Thursday at 8 p.m. It was phenomenal.
Yes, I saw that in theaters.